often the mistakes, they are much more interesting than the shapes they were supposed to be, because they're not really thinkable. Actually, it's acrystal, which is a kind of two-component plaster. And I put this sisal fever inside. It's a fever from a cactus, which makes it more stronger. And the good thing on the material is that it looks very, very frail, but it's not as frail. It's really stronger than plaster. But in general, it's like this, that I'm searching for this limit of what material can do and when it breaks. And so in this one, it's surely again on the limit. So it is fragile again, but less fragile than it actually looks. Wow. It's wonderful, huh? I was quite busy with the story, with the snake and with this, because it's so beautiful, but in the same time it's actually like the symbol of the death. It's a symbol of the death, but it gives the sculpture stability, the figures at least. But of course there is this very heavy emotion of decay, or of losing it, which is really deeply saddened. Until today, I'm not a really precise worker. I can't really do that. It means I do lots of mistakes, and because each material has its own resistance, and the process has its own dynamic. And if I'm constantly aware of this, I can decide every minute, is a mistake or a potential? Do I have to support it or actually cut it and hide it? But often the mistakes, they are much more interesting than the shapes they were supposed to be, because they're not really thinkable. That somehow I think that an idea is really good to start working, but it's even better if you lose it again. The figures actually, they have this very rough surface, which was important to me, that it has this vulnerability, but also is a kind of more open. It's almost like zooming in and out. It's like it's out of focus a bit, and not so much of this ideal body. With the snake, it's quite different. This is like, it's a contrast, and the contrast is important. It's funny because the two sons or daughters, it's one person actually. So it's the same person in different positions. Sculpture, for me, this is like the moment which is almost the most exciting, because you see what the shape was, but also you feel this potential collapse. And if it collapses, it's a diversity of new shapes again. So it's almost like a transformation moment.